get to that, the Trump indictment news and the B block, so stick around for that. But first, it's almost the weekend, which means Kudlow's getting the jacuzzi power scrub just in time. It's the only way to get all that Jell-O out. So this week, the commissioner of the National Hockey League, or NIL, said they will evaluate whether to continue Pride Nights, where players are expected to wear rainbow-colored jerseys to show support for the LGBTQ community. He says, quote, players may not feel comfortable wearing the uniform as a form of endorsement, and he calls it a distraction. So once again, like a virus, wokeness invades an arena and creates unnecessary conflict. And not the fun kind of conflict, like this. To think politics is destroying the sweet wholesomeness of hockey. But it's true, this obligatory virtue signal is now forcing some players to defend their beliefs. Earlier this year, Philadelphia Flyers defenseman Ivan Provorov made headlines when he refused to wear a Pride Night jersey, citing his faith. He didn't condemn anybody or try to tell anybody how to live their lives. He just refused to participate. I bet he respects everybody's choices.
I respect everybody's choices. My choice is to stay true to myself and my religion. That's all I'm going to say.
And that's all anybody should need to say in the United States of America. But he was condemned as a homophobe anyway. It was quickly followed by a lifetime ban of Broadway musicals and shopping at Pottery Barn. Then there's Eric and Mark Stahl from the Florida Panthers, who sat out warm-ups during last week's Pride Night game. They too cited religion, but also said, quote, we carry no judgment on how people choose to live their lives. All people should be welcome in hockey. And the entire Chicago Blackhawks team decided against wearing Pride jerseys because its Russian players don't want to be killed when they return home for embracing a lifestyle that Putin doesn't. Even if Putin does love riding bareback and shirtless. Tell me that's not gay. Man, please don't kill me. So, now you got at least 6 NHL teams deciding to nix the Pride jerseys altogether. Now, I really don't care what they wear. In a perfect world, they'd all be shirtless. But what a stark contrast to the wimps at Major League Baseball who bowed to the woke when they moved the All-Star game from Atlanta to Denver because activists had called the new voting law racist and it wasn't. But we should have known that MLB would have no balls ever since they started taking steroids. But libs seem to always drop the gloves when they hear someone won't conform. But now, maybe that's over, because it went too far. The fact is, the word pride has been tainted by the relentless demand to celebrate it. Pride can't be mandated. How can you be proud of something you can't control? It's a deadly sin for a reason. Instead, be proud of what you do, not who you do, or who you are. Sure, I may be a 10, but I was born this way. But you should see what I can do with my uvula. See the difference there? It's what I do, not who I am, that matters. And really, why expect players to express loyalty to something that they might not believe in? You're not changing anybody's minds, you're just making them resent you for pushing them around. I mean, do you really think anybody will stop being a bigot thanks to a different jersey? That's like expecting The View to be slowed down by a nutritional label on a bag of Doritos. Nope, the people forcing this on you expect you to be afraid. Like when Brian Stelter asks to use your bathroom.
Never over.
It'll never die.
Never over.
Look, we all believe in live and let live, but enough of the compulsory oaths. Pride days, pride months, replacing pronouns, activists preying on confused kids. The bullied are now the bullies, and your obedience is their lunch money. But look, there's a fundamental human reaction when you're pressured to do something, and that is not to do it, even when it's right. Anything that smacks of forced behavior always ticks us off. It's why I hated school. Or when Larry makes us empty our pockets when we leave his house. At Fox, there are days when the hosts are asked to wear a specific color to represent an illness. Wear red, reads an email, it's for heart disease. Wear pink, reads another, for breast cancer. And please, bring a banana to commemorate Peyronie's disease. But I never take part, mainly because I am a jerk. But also, everyone else does it, often without questioning or perhaps caring, so I think it's lame. And there's no color or jersey for that. Let's welcome tonight's guest! The hairstylist at Fox struggled to cover her halo. Host of Fox News Sunday, Shannon Bream! He was on the cover of Fortune magazine's swimsuit edition. Host of Kudlow on Fox Business, Larry Kudlow. She's like sand, blonde, gritty, and your mom gets mad when she finds her in your car. Fox News contributor, Kat Tiff. And finally, when he skinny dips, it causes coastal flooding. My massive sidekick in the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Tyrus. Shannon, I have a working theory that I think we are now going to see this kind of correction where we all collectively realize that politics and fun don't mix. Like in every arena where it happens, this happens. There's always some kind of cleave or this conflict that is completely unnecessary.
Yeah, just ask ESPN what's happened to their ratings.
Yeah.
I mean, they're seeing the real world impact of this. And the thing is, we had this Wall Street Journal stuff out, polling a few days ago that said all of these things are tapering off in society, like faith and patriotism and all this kind of stuff. But the idea of tolerance, that we should be tolerant of other people, has dropped from 80% to 58% in the last 4 years. So a lot of people are like, no, we don't have to tolerate other people's ideas. And that can work in a lot of different directions. But when I think about these things with the sports teams and the jerseys and players having to come out and make an individual choice or discussion about what they're going to do, don't you want people who like genuinely are very supportive of whatever your thing is? It's like going to the cake baker and saying, I know you hate my guts and you don't support what I'm doing, but I want you to make this cake. Wouldn't you rather have somebody who's like, I feel joyful about supporting you and whatever the cause is? I don't know how corporations and sport teams are going to continue to pick and choose which things they're going to force everybody to agree that they love and want to support.
Yeah, and the thing is, it is true, Larry. If it's forced on you, then it's not real. When anybody asks me to do something, I just instinctively don't want to do it. And that's kind of like part of being an American. It's like bucking the trend, saying, you know what, you can't make me do this.
I kind of like to be asked myself.
Yes.
Depending on what the ask is.
I know.
Greg.
I know.
But
I play hard to get.
I think fans, sports fans, of which I'm one, of whom I'm one, are sick of politics in sports. Absolutely sick of it. Mm-hmm. And I think in general, I think people are tired of gender politics in general. We've gone way too far on that. And I just want to say that the New York Rangers are going to win the Stanley Cup this year. It's very important. And I think without any politics, the Yankees won their home opener this afternoon. Aaron Judge hit a home run. Garrett Cole pitched a gem. So there you have it. I'm a sports fan. I don't give a damn about these politics. Not one single damn.
Yeah, and I think it's only a few people, Kat, right, that are that have graduated from their Ivy League with these newfangled ideas, and they take them to their companies like the NHL, and they impress it upon management, and management's too scared to say anything. Next thing you know, every hockey player's wearing a dress.
Whoa.
What? Yes.
Does this happen on Fox Business? Well, so compulsory activism is not activism.
Right.
So it doesn't matter any of these players how they feel about this or any issue, regardless of where they stand on it. If anyone were to ask them, why are you wearing that? The only accurate answer would be, because the corporation I work for told me to.
Exactly.
That's even if they do believe in whatever cause it is, in this case, LGBTQ community, it still wouldn't be the reason. They didn't go pick that patch out and decide to put it on because, oh, I support this community so much. This was given to them like, hey, wear this. that's not an inspiring thing. That's not activism. It's really kind of, and to have all these arguments over something that's like so cheap and forced in the first place, you're not actually supporting anybody.
You're not supporting anybody. You're basically saying, I'm getting paid by these people.
Yeah.
So I just want to get through the game.
This. Yeah.
And it's like, and I don't even think people want to fight on this hill. It's like, yeah, I'll put on the jersey. But if you don't want to put on the jersey, then you get grief. That's the problem.
Well, as an athlete, you're there to just try to play the game at the best of your ability, and then you try to block out the other stuff. But there's levels to this, you know, and whether it's Pride Night or Star Wars Night, or because I have season tickets. I go to my Pelicans game because I can't get to the Celtics game. And fake news, by the way, the Bruins are going to win. But but the best record. But the point is, though, the players don't have to be the pawns. You can we had just had Pride Night at the Pelicans game. And they had the big banners and supported, and they changed the color of the sticks you bang when you don't want the guys to make the free throws. But the jerseys didn't, and they played the game. So you had a choice to support. This is the night tonight. Embrace it. Cool. Halftime show represented. They did the same thing. And that's fine. That's great. Everyone can choose to be a part of it or not. When you decide, and it's one person, to force things on people, to say, wear this jersey, or try to shove it down their throat, so to speak, and make them represent you, I'm glad to see that we are living in a time where guys can say no now.
Right.
You know, and so what if they don't like you on Twitter? Twitter's not a real place.
Right.
You know what? But good for them for saying no, and more people, because it's contagious. It started out with one guy. Mm-hmm. Now you had a whole team that said no. And that's good, because maybe it will spread and we'll stop seeing the ridiculousness of what happened with Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
With the Hank Aaron, one of the greatest baseball players of all time, celebrating his life, his career as a Brave in Denver.
Yes.
Morons.
No, it's crazy. I don't think that
hurt black businesses.
Yeah, I think if that were to happen again, it wouldn't happen. Like in this, I think we've all seen that it's gone too far, and now I think you're seeing the correction. I hope.